Welcome to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Thank you for joining us. Coming up in the next half hour, a moving ceremony to honor the first Hispanic police officer falling in the line of duty in Montgomery County. Plus, County Council pays tribute to the victims of the Holocaust. And later, the cleanup of a local cemetery brings to life the grave markers of former slaves. But first, some council members recently received an update on the body camera program for Montgomery County Police. The program was initiated less than 2 years ago. Public Safety Committee members heard how this progressive initiative is going. Susan Kennedy has a story.
Nearly every police officer in Montgomery County is now outfitted with a body camera. That's what members of the council's Public Safety Committee heard when they received a briefing on the progress of the program. Police Chief Tom Manger told committee members, so far, so good.
What you'll find is that the video has been very beneficial in providing key evidence in court. It's impacted behavior of those being videoed. It's helped resolve complaints. And we've got nearly 1,000 cameras out, which includes the recruits at the academy.
There is an average of 1,350 recordings made per day with the cameras. Police officials aren't sure if that number corresponds with the number of calls per day. To keep up with those statistics, as well as other technology associated with the cameras, police are asking for a quality assurance staff position to monitor the cameras.
You're not just talking about calls for service. You're also talking about traffic stops and other stops that would be in fact recorded that would not show up as a call for service. So it's tough to just look at the calls for service. You've got to combine everything that would typically result in an activation of the camera.
The body camera program costs the county about $1 million per year. Each individual camera runs $80 per month, with costs fixed for 5 years. The rest of the money goes to running the program. Councilmember Mark Elrich says it's worth the investment. The cameras have increased public trust, and there have been more convictions.
Everybody is going to behave better. No one on either side is going to be caught on camera saying stupid stuff and doing stupid stuff unless you're really out of control. And I think most people understand that, you're not going to have the opportunity anymore of saying he said this and she said that or whatever this is going to be. It's on tape here, guys. So what was the conversation and what happened? So I'm a believer.
In Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
And Police Chief Tom Manger was the guest this week on the county's Spanish language radio show. He spoke about how the police department is engaging in community dialogues to address concerns about the presidential immigration executive orders.
We have long had a policy where we do not ask people about their immigration status.
Por mucho tiempo hemos tenido una política que no le preguntamos a las personas sobre su estatus migratorio.
And what the police are interested in doing here is keeping all of our neighborhoods safe. So no one should worry about their immigration status because the people that we're focused on are the people that are committing crimes.
Chief Manger was the featured guest as Montgomery Al Dia show celebrated its 5th anniversary on the airwaves, bringing information to the county's Spanish-speaking residents. On the 7th year anniversary of his death, county officials paid tribute to Sergeant Hector Ayala, who died in the line of duty on April 4th, 2010. Executive Ike Leggett, along with other county officials and the police chief, led a ceremony to rename the Wheaton-Glenmont Pool to be Sergeant Hector I. Ayala Wheaton-Glenmont Outdoor Pool.
But it is a ceremony to recognize his contributions, to recognize what he's done for us in his brief life and leaving us at 31 years of age. It is a time for us to recognize the community spirit that we have and to say to our law enforcement officers, we recognize the tremendous work that you do each and every day.
Mrs. Ayala and her 4 children were present during the ceremony.
This is a great honor to be here, especially since his passing. It's made us stronger, and we're just glad that something was done in his honor, and for my kids to know that he will be remembered for many years to come.
The Department of Recreation will also begin next year a new pool safety initiative in his memory. Sergeant Ayala was 31 years old when he was killed in the line of duty. His wife, Melissa, was pregnant at the time with triplets. He served in the 4th Police District in the Wheaton-Glenman communities, and he was the first Hispanic police officer to die in the line of duty in Montgomery County. Now we go to the 43rd Annual Montgomery County Chamber of Commerce Public Safety Awards Luncheon, where 25 awards were given to public safety personnel for top acts of valor that took place in 2016, including awards for 8 incidents that occurred throughout the county, including the tragic apartment explosion and fire in Silver Spring last summer and the deadly shootings that occurred at the Westfield Montgomery and Aspen Hill shopping centers last May.
When we come together for an award ceremony like this, we can't help but take pride in the outstanding accomplishments of our awardees, all of the men and women whom we would pay tribute to today.
The people we rely on every day to put themselves on the line for our neighbors and for other people in our community. And this is an opportunity for us to thank you for your acts of courage, to thank the members of your families who are also part of that family sacrifice and service. You are the people who run toward danger when others are running away from danger.
The body-worn camera video footage obtained from officers who responded to the apartment explosion was shown and publicly released for the first time during this event. Coming up on County Report this week, County Council presents a proclamation to the Jewish community as tribute during the Days of Remembrance of the Holocaust. And we take you to a celebration to meet Montgomery College's top scholarship recipients. These stories and more when we come back.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Be part of the 5th annual Day in the Life of Montgomery County on April 20th. Connect with hundreds of others by posting pictures and videos. Here's how. Email photos or videos to pics@mymcmedia.org or share them on social media using @mymcmedia #DITL. Then visit mymcmedia.org and like our social media pages to see what your friends and neighbors have shared. This year, make it your day in the life of Montgomery County. Be part of the fun on April 20th.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Pursuant to a 1980 Act of Congress, the United Holocaust Memorial Council designates Days of Remembrance each year to recall and reflect on the horrible crimes committed during the Holocaust. This week, the Montgomery County Council took time to present a proclamation to members of the Jewish community.
At this point in history, the most important thing we can do is to remember the names of the victims. 6 million is a large number to try and understand, but behind every one of those individuals is a story. And the lessons of today, of course, that we've always heard repeatedly is never again, and not to bear false witness, which is what powers our activities of our organization, again, while we work for a just society, to make sure that bigotry is given no sanction, and to make sure that we create in Montgomery County a just and caring society for all. So thank you so much, very much to our legislative leaders for doing this. We appreciate it. It's very meaningful to us. Please join us on April 23rd as we have a very moving ceremony commemorating the victims and the martyrs of the Shoah.
Those who do not learn the history well may be doomed to repeat it or parts of it. I'm not suggesting it's going to create another Holocaust, but there are many things we should learn from the past. And basically speaking, folks, the understanding and knowledge of history is so incredibly inappropriate and weak that we need to do everything we can, including Holocaust commemorations, to make that happen.
We have to make sure that the Holocaust is not merely a footnote in history. We have to make sure that it's a annually recognized and commemorated event. 6 million people went to their deaths over a 5-year period in multiple countries throughout Europe. And behind every one of those individuals who died is a personal catastrophic loss. And the lessons of the Holocaust is that one cannot be silent when injustice takes place. That to not speak out makes you an accessory, makes you complicit. When you see something wrong, you got to stand out, you got to be brave, you got to summon your courage, and you got to stand up for what's right.
The Viers Mill Corridor Master Plan was recently launched by the Planning Department. The goal is to look at this stretch of Viers Mill from downtown Wheaton to the city of Rockville and come up with recommendations on how to improve pedestrian and bike safety and how to connect the communities along this busy corridor. Here's a recap of that meeting.
Facilities that we would like to see in our community, we'd like more than one.
Tonight we're having our second community meeting for the Viers Mill Master Plan, the Viers Mill Corridor Master Plan. And we're really hoping to have sort of a workshop with folks to understand in a generic sense the likes, the needs, things that people like, they dislike, that they need, that they want in their community, focusing on a few topic areas, transportation, neighborhood character, housing, retail, parks and open space, to kind of just get folks' feedback on what they like and dislike, but also what they'd like to see for the future in the plan area.
I'd like to hear what's being thought about tonight, and then what suggested changes would come out from it after tonight, and then we'll go from there.
I think it's really to get their feedback about sort of their priorities for their communities. Sort of where they perceive challenges that could be improved through the master plan process, but also sort of where they see opportunities, whether that's bike and pedestrian connections, improved community facilities, changes to parks, those sorts of things. We're really just kind of open to hearing feedback about improvements that could be made in the community.
There's been a lot of good ideas here. From all the different people, and basically I think it's a good thing to have people get together and express their ideas so that we can start taking action to make a better community.
Everyone should be involved. I mean, this is our home. Whether you live on Viers Mill Road or drive through or shop there or whatever you do, and this is necessary. I mean, this is our home, and therefore it's important that everyone makes certain that their home remains the place that you'd like it to be.
Montgomery College and the Montgomery College Foundation held their annual scholarship recognition luncheon, and MCTV's Michael Brown was there.
Welcome to the celebration of scholarships, and I'm so happy to see so many of our students and our donors here together. It's one of my favorite events at Montgomery College because we bring together grateful scholarship recipients and generous scholarship donors.
And for the scholarship recipients, the donors' generosity makes a huge difference.
Well, the scholarship has allowed me to focus more on my studies versus financially, which in turn allows me to study more and less stress, which is pretty big when you're in college.
Crystal Carr Townsend, president of the Healthcare Initiative Foundation and a major donor to Montgomery College, was the keynote speaker.
This event holds special meaning to us as it showcases our community's most treasured asset, our future. Our scholars embody this promising future exemplified by their academic excellence and resilience. Thank you, fellow donors, for your important contributions to the Student Scholarship Funds and serving as champions for 2,000 students.
MC student Dina Haddad represented all the scholarship recipients.
I am so grateful to the Healthcare Initiative Foundation for their support of me through the completion of my bachelor's degree, which is my first step toward becoming a doctor. I would be remiss, though, if I didn't also use this opportunity to express the profound appreciation of my fellow scholarship recipients to their donors, whether they are a foundation, an organization, or an individual. I know that many of the donors here today have children of your own to educate, which makes your willingness to educate the children of others that much more meaningful.
For County Report This Week from Montgomery College, I'm Michael Brown.
Coming up on County Report This Week, the next school year will start after Labor Day weekend, and the county's Department of Recreation gears up to extend summer programs. And a City of Rockville tradition returns. Get ready for Science Day. Stay tuned. County Report This Week returns after this.
Springtime is a time for giving. When you donate a can of food, you can ride free on any ride-on bus during our Give and Ride food drive. So open your heart and see how far a gift of food can go.
Mark your calendars. The Montgomery County Green Fest is coming up and you don't want to miss it. Green Fest promises to be a fun-filled day of entertainment, community, and learning. Enjoy live music and fun and games for kids, learn how to green your home and neighborhood, watch the latest environmental short films, attend a DIY workshop, and explore exhibitor booths. Green Fest has activities for all ages and interests. Make sure you stop by and explore your path to a greener life.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. The 2017-2018 school year will begin after Labor Day, as determined by Maryland Governor Larry Hogan. That means extra days of summer vacation for MCPS students and also a child care challenge for many working families. Executive Ike Leggett announced that the county's Department of Recreation will extend summer camps and programs.
Both the Recreation Department and Montgomery County Public Schools understand that innovative out-of-school programs are beneficial to help close the achievement gap for our students. For our kids, for many of our kids, summer programs for them sometimes just fun, but it's really much more than that. For parents, they give the peace of mind of knowing that their children are in a safe place and are involved in activities that could help them reach their full potential.
Instead of 6 weeks of summer camps and programs, the county will be offering 8 weeks this year. Also, more than 40 additional full and half-day programs have been added, and financial assistance is available for those who qualify. For more information, visit montgomerycountymd.gov/rec or call 240-777-6840. And once again, the City of Rockville is getting acknowledged as one of the best places to live in the United States. Kathy Densler has more.
For the 4th year in a row, Rockville ranks high on Livability.com's top 100 best places to live. In fact, the city placed 13th out of the more than 2,000 cities that were ranked in all. The city's attractions, like our 65 parks, which put over 1,000 acres of parkland within Rockville's 13.6 miles, was one of the many reasons for this accolade. Livability uses 40 data points to determine their rankings in the categories like economics, housing, education, and healthcare. Rockville isn't new to these high marks. The city routinely appears on best place lists in Money Magazine, U.S. News and World Report, and even Bloomberg Business Week. To check out Livability's full rankings, head to Livability.com, click on Best Places, and then click on Top 100 Best Places List 2017 edition. For County Report This Week, I'm Kathy Densler.
And talking about Rockville, the city's Science Day returns with robotics, rockets, and more. The 28th annual Science Day will offer a chance to experience science hands-on with exhibits from over 90 local organizations and businesses, featuring animals, astronomy, biology, chemistry, the environment, robotics, and rockets. The Rockville tradition is free and will be held from noon to 5 p.m. on Sunday, April 23rd at Montgomery College's Rockville campus. Science Day is sponsored by the Rockville Science Center. For more information, visit rockvillesciencecenter.org. Parents, teens, youth service providers, and educators gathered recently to discuss an important issue facing our youth. MCPS TV has more in this story.
More than 500 students, parents, educators, local and state officials came together April 2nd at the Choose Respect Conference at Richard Montgomery High School. The event, now in its 8th year, examines issues surrounding teen dating violence.
Choose Respect is a conference which promotes healthy dating amongst teens, and going through some of the workshop materials, it really goes over helping how students can help to identify forms of abuse, whether it's physical, emotional, financial. It really helps them to navigate that adolescent time frame in their life that can be pretty tumultuous.
The conference was sponsored by the Montgomery County Domestic Violence Coordinating Council, the Montgomery County Family Justice Center, Verizon, MCPS, and several other partners.
I think this today is about a collaboration between Montgomery County Public Schools, our state's attorney's office, our county government, state government, and I think that this puts it all together in a way that I can come up with strategies in education that I think address this major problem in our country and in our state.
Attendees had an opportunity to participate in a resource fair and interactive educational workshops where they learned about warning signs of abuse, where to go get help, and ways to establish healthy relationships.
I think now more than ever, it's important that we are getting the message out to our families and our teens about healthy dating and violence concerns and how to get help, how to talk to people, what resources are available. And so that's why I'm especially proud to be a part of this today.
For us, why we chose to be involved is because we know that this will empower young people to expect better when it comes to their love lives, their relationship lives.
I'm hoping to walk away with a little more confidence in relationships, just to know that when I think it's time to walk away, it's time to walk away, regardless of what someone else might tell me in the relationship.
I feel like we as students, we're very young and we're still developing and we're still growing and learning new things. So I think right now is the pivotal point where we could learn how to be more safe with relationships, because it's kind of inevitable in the future. So I feel like the earlier we learn it, and the more time we have to adapt and become better people overall.
Coming up on County Report this week, volunteers clean up the Tobytown Cemetery and their discovery calls for historical preservation. And we meet our Pets of the Week. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going.
Recycle more now.
Hey, mister, down here. You illegally passed the stop school bus. I'm placing you in timeout, and this timeout means big fines, plus you really could have hurt somebody. That's why school buses are being equipped with video cameras to help kids like me stay safe, so respect the bus.
Get to MC and we'll get you going.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Their final resting places stay buried under tree limbs, thorny vines, and tall weeds for years. Now the grave markers of former slaves and their descendants are visible and marked off for preservation. My MC Media Phyllis Armstrong reports.
Buried under thorny branches, broken limbs, leaves, and weeds.
All the time I've been wondering, where's my grandfather buried? And you brought tears to my eyes.
Lie the grandparents of Housing Opportunities Commission employee Mary Ellison, a fact she just learned about Tobytown Cemetery.
They touched my heart, really, really good. You know, to know, because I didn't know, I knew remember my grandfather, never knew my grandmother, but just as a piece of, you know, feeling that when I got here, I'm standing where she is.
So we're just kind of staking circly around each marker.
VLC lawn service workers and HOC administrators are in Potomac to clean up the cemetery for a community founded by former slaves and still occupied by some of their descendants.
To clean up and also to try as best as possible to identify places and spaces where we think there is some marker or artifact of an actual burial site.
As you can see, we need this done real bad because we got ancestors up here. This is our home.
Preservation of the slabs, stones, and planted markers matters to the people who grew up here or visited as children.
My father brought me out, brought our whole family out. It's an honor for me to be able to help clean up the community.
But I promise you this, we won't let this happen no more. We got someone else that cares, and sometimes this is what it takes. Someone else comes in and help and take pride in helping you.
This is a nice stone, and actually the writing on it is pretty well etched in. It says born 1866.
The HOC's cleanup of the cemetery off River Road uncovered more markers and stones, some of them beyond the fencing surrounding Tobytown's past. And the history Ellison hopes Tobytown's elders will share with her children.
It's really important to me that they know, you know, their history about what has, you know, happened and what their, you know, ancestors, you know, went through.
Phyllis Armstrong in Tobytown for County Report This Week.
Council President Roger Berliner asked the HOC to do something about the conditions at the cemetery after a County Cable Montgomery report in February. Former slaves and their families established Tobytown in the 1800s. The 26 townhouse community and the cemetery are all that remains of the hundreds of acres once owned by Tobytown descendants. HOC plans to meet with residents in April about designing a gate and a historic sign for the cemetery. Now it's time to meet our pets of the week. Kathy Stanhope joins us from the Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center with more. Kathy?
Today we have a bonded pair. This is Petrullo, who's about 7, and Allie McBeagle, who's about 4. As you can see, they're beagle mixes, wonderful, lively dogs, but they've been raised together and they love each other, and we have to adopt them as a pair because they would really be miserable without the other. So if you are looking for 2 wonderfully, really nice dogs who will be wonderful pets, wonderful family additions, please give us a call at 240-773-5900 or visit Petrullo and Allie McBeagle on the web at montgomerycountymd.gov/ASD. And remember, you can always visit right at the shelter. Just give us a call and come on down every day except Wednesday.
And with that, we close this edition of County Report This Week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. We leave you today with the winning performance by Pat Smith at the recent Montgomery College Talent Show. I'm Lorna Virgili, and thank you for watching.
Keep in mind, it's a place to unwind. It's down by the sea of life. Though I've never been, I've heard it time and time and time again. The place to be is at the sea. I'll show you what it means to truly fall